Welcome to the Long Road, Joel and Chrissy. I'm Joel, flying solo today and bringing you a fitness video entitled What to Do When Things Don't Go According to Plan. Now, we all deal with things as far as our training plans go, and whether you're a runner or just an exerciser or you're CrossFit or whatever you do for your fitness goals, sometimes things don't go according to plan. Now, for me, a couple weeks ago, I kind of threw my back out at work and I couldn't run for a week. And I got back to it last Sunday. And then this week, I'm still having some residual pain in that area and still trying to deal with that. And so I haven't been able to do some regular running for the last couple weeks. And I guess I wanted to talk to you about how do we deal with that? How do we come to the place in our lives where we say, you know, we have to take note of this. We can't just push through. I know some people talk about no pain, no gain, but that's not always the case. If your body is in pain and it's not, and you've been exercising or doing something for a while, then you need to kind of take note of that. And we're going to talk about that in the first tip. But I want to share with you today one do and two don'ts as far as what to do when things don't go your way, or when you get out of your routine, or you just can't exercise or do your fitness goals for whatever reason. And we're going to do the do first, and then we'll do the two don'ts. So the first do is this: do listen to your body. Now, we talked about no pain, no gain, but that's not always a good motto to live by, because sometimes you do need to listen to your body, especially if you've been exercising for a while, if you've been running for a while, if whatever you do for your fitness goals, if your body is hurting, then you might want to take a step back and listen to that. Listen to what your body is telling you, and maybe take some time off, maybe dial it back a little bit, like I did the last couple of weeks, and just kind of see where it's going. It may get to the point where you may need to see a medical professional about it. But if you take a few days off and it gets better, then that's great. If not, and it continues to be a problem, then you might want to seek some medical advice about it. But do listen to your body. Not all pain is good pain. Sometimes it's bad pain, and sometimes it's hard just getting up. I know the older I get, the more I just get these nagging pains that I just wake up with. I have no idea where they came from, and maybe I slept wrong. I don't know, but we do have those from time to time, and we need to make sure we're listening to our body to make sure that it's not a bad pain that we need to have checked out, or that we need to take some time off to so it can heal. So do listen to your body. Very important that you listen to your body. Number two is don't get down on yourself. Now, it's easy if we're in a routine and you've been in a routine for a while to say, you know what, it's just, is it really worth it? Am I not doing enough? Am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing? So, and when we can't exercise like we used to, then we start to get down on ourselves, and we start to think badly about ourselves. You know, we think our bodies should continue to function in the way that they used to all these years, and then we get to a certain point and we say, you know what, I just don't know that my body is going to continue to do what I need it to do for the time being, and then we start to get down on ourselves. But don't do that. Don't get down on yourself. Stay positive. There's always something that you can do. There's always an adjustment you can make, and maybe we can't run 600 miles a month. If you're running 600 miles a month, God bless you. But maybe we can't run 150 miles a month anymore. Maybe we need to back it back to 100 or 75 or something like that. Maybe we can't exercise every day for an hour. Maybe we need to back that up to 2 or 3 days a week, or 4 or 5 days a week, to make sure that that we're, as we talked about in point one, make sure that we're listening to our body, to make sure that we're not overloading it, and we're not putting our body in an unhealthy state. So don't get down on yourself. If you need to back off a little bit, do that. But also realize that it's something that you need to do for yourself, so that you can help your body to heal. And then the third thing is don't give up. it would be easy to say, you know what, it's just not worth it anymore. It's just not worth it to go through all this pain and not really seeing any results. And I know after my last marathon, I was all trained up and felt really good. And then I took 2 weeks off and with no running whatsoever. And once I got back to it after the 2 weeks, I didn't feel like I was as fast as I was before. Now, you do lose a little training if you don't stay up with it. But 2 weeks shouldn't cause you a lot of regression. And so once I got back to it, I didn't seem to be as fast as I was. And because usually after a marathon, I get a little faster. I usually take about 3 or 4 days off just to let my body heal, and then I'm right back to it. And I usually find myself a little faster after that because of all the great training I've been doing up until that point. And I got here to the end of that marathon. I took 2 weeks off, and I got to running again, and I just didn't feel like I was as fast as I was, or fast as I thought I should have been. And we're in May now, and that was in January. I'm still kind of feeling my way back to it. I don't have a regular training plan right now because I'm just kind of in between races. I do have some big races coming up in October, and then again next January that I'm training for, or that I will be starting to train for. So look for those videos coming up in the near future as I map out my training plans for those. But I'm getting to the point now to where I realize I know I need to start working on some speed work. But if you get to the point to where you're all trained up and you take some time off and you come back to it and you don't seem you're as fast as you were before, or you start having those little nagging pains, things like that, then that might cause you to want to give up. It might cause you to want to just kind of throw in the towel and say, it's really not worth it to me to go through all of this work and not really see any results. They say, the older you get, the slower you're going to be. And after about 10 years, you hit your maximum at about 10 years. So your maximum speed in about 10 years. And so I've been about 12 years running now. So, and we're still pretty much increasing. And I'm not giving up yet. I'm not throwing in the towel and saying, you know what, this will never be for me as far as being fast goes, or getting a little faster. But I am starting to understand that maybe I'm starting to hit that peak, and maybe there's a different kind of running that I'm going to be doing in the future. So, but the point is, never give up. Don't give up on yourself. Keep going. Whatever exercise training plan you have, like I said, whether you're running or walking or CrossFit or lifting weights or anything like that, you may come to a point to where you hit a plateau. And so you may have to kind of mix it up a little bit to make sure that that you're getting the most benefit from what you're doing. And so I'm going to be, over the next week or 2 months, I'm going to be kind of reevaluating my training plans and how I go about my running every week, just to make sure that that I'm sticking with what my body can do at this point in my life. So the point is, don't give up. Never give up on yourself. And make sure that you're still following through with those things, and then you'll begin to see different results than maybe you saw before. But just don't give up on yourself. And so, drop me a comment below and let me know if how your training plans are going, what kind of training that you're doing right now, and maybe kind of what your results are. Maybe you've seen those plateaus and you need somebody to commiserate with. I'm here for you, because I kind of see those plateaus from time to time too. And how you're working through that, how you're not giving up, how you're not getting down on yourself, and how you are listening to your body when it tells you certain things. And so drop me that comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Love to conversate with you, and kind of hopefully we could encourage each other to be better, and to get that encouragement that we need to continue to press on. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell for updates when we upload new videos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes on the weekend, sometimes in between. Just kind of never know when we're going to drop one in there. But with that said, I think that's going to do it today for The Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel, flying solo today. And don't forget, it's the long run. Give yourself a little grace.